Hello students, welcome to virtual lab of subject engineering physics. This is experiment number 1 in which we are going to study concept of diffraction using laser. Diffraction, already we discussed this concept in earlier lectures or in earlier standard. So diffraction stands for bending of light from edges of an obstacle or even an aperture. But when we are speaking diffraction as bending of light from edges of aperture, then width of aperture must be equal to comparable to wavelength of incident light. Then only the diffraction will occur through edges of from the edges of aperture. Now, to observe this diffraction, we need either some obstacle or we need some aperture. And for this purpose, one specific optical device is used, and that device is called as diffraction grating. Exactly what this diffraction grating is there. So practically through the setup, we will observe this simple glass plate looking like device is called as diffraction grating. So this grating is simple or plain glass plate. On this glass plate, thousands of lines are marked which we cannot see with our naked eyes. So the number of lines on the grating, how many lines are there, that we are going to study with the help of laser. So this is the source of laser. Laser beam is focused on the grating and then light falls on the screen. Then for measurement purpose, scale is used. This is simple arrangement of this setup. So let us have an overview on the experimental setup as well as aim of today's experiment. So aim of experiment to determine number of lines per centimeter on diffraction grating. So how many lines are there on grating, that practically we can determine by performing this experiment. Apparatus, as just now we have seen, laser source, diffraction grating, screen and scale. Laser source used over here is a semiconductor laser. Then light from laser falls on diffraction grating. This light, when falls on grating, it gets diffracted. Why it gets diffracted? For diffraction we need some obstacle. Who will function here as obstacle? The line marked on this grating will function as an obstacle. So this light will bend from the obstacle and will follow diffraction through various angles. So let theta as an example, one angle of diffraction, which gives us first order maxima. So some light travels undiffracted, unbent, and that light falls on the screen. This setup, this one is the screen, grating and laser. Simple setup, laser, grating and screen. So when light, undiffracted light, unbent light directly comes on the screen without any bending and produces central dark spot. This central dark spot is called as central maxima or principal maxima. The brightness of this spot, intensity of this spot is maximum than further spots. Next to that, one more spot we are observing, that is also maxima, but order of this maxima is first order. If spots are getting increased, then intensity decreases and order increases. So this one is second order maxima. In between first order maxima and central maxima, or in between first order maxima to second order maxima, no light we are observing, means this is the position for minima. All these empty spaces where we are not observing light, only screen is visible there, that portion is called as minima portion. Now one more symbol I use here is x. X is nothing but spacing between or the distance between first order maxima and central maxima on left side, and also same will be observed on right side. So x is the distance between two maxima of immediate order. Then the distance between diffraction grating and screen is denoted by symbol capital L. So this is the experimental setup in which we have used semiconductor laser, grating and screen. Again we will have overview on the experimental setup. This is semiconductor laser, then here it is grating. Light from the semiconductor laser falls on the grating, and then on the screen we are observing 3 spots more clearly. 2 more spots are faintly available, and they are called as second order maxima. So here first order maxima, central maxima are clearly visible. So in this experiment we are going to focus on first order maxima. The formula which we are going to use, that formula is n is equal to sin theta upon n lambda, where capital N stands for number of lines per centimeter on grating. Small n stands for order of spectrum. So as just now discussed, order which we are going to use is the first order. Then lambda is the wavelength of incident light, and theta is the angle of diffraction. For first order maxima we consider this theta as angle of diffraction. For second order it is another angle. So just theta, for some example case we have taken it as angle of diffraction for first order maxima. Ultimately we have to determine capital N, which denotes that number of lines on the grating. Now what is this grating? Some detailed theory of this grating we will discuss here. So diffraction grating is an optical device with thousands of lines marked on it with the help of diamond pen. Why diamond is used? Because the basic material used for formation of grating is glass plate. This let us look this diagram. It is nothing but diagram of diffraction grating. In this diagram, plain glass plate is taken on which lines are marked with the help of diamond pen. These orange color lines we are able to observe, which are the markings grooving done with the help of diamond pen. Now here we have considered small a as the width of the slit, and small b we have taken as the width of line which is marked with the help of diamond pen. Then this a plus b means this is a and this one is b. A plus b is nothing but spacing between adjacent slit. Here is the first part of the slit, and this is the second start of second slit. So spacing between adjacent slit is nothing but a plus b. This a plus b term has great importance in wave optics. So this a plus b spacing between adjacent slits can be denoted by another symbol, that is capital D. And capital D is also called as new term called as grating element. A plus b denoted by symbol D and the term called as grating element. Then one more symbol, this D, can be written as 1 upon n. That is n, already we just now discussed, that is number of lines per centimeter on grating. So this number of lines per centimeter on grating we can determine by the reciprocal of grating element. Either you can determine n or d. If d value is known, then you can determine number of lines. If n value is known, then you can determine d value, that is grating element. So practically in today's experiment we have to determine number of lines on the grating, and for numerical solving, for practical solutions in real life, you also are in need of grating element. So grating, just looking at this picture again, once again, grating is an optical device having thousands of line marks on it, and these lines acts as non-transparent portion, so they will function as a obstacle to the path of light, and they can produce diffraction pattern. So here diffraction grating is an optical device which produces diffraction pattern which causes diffraction, and the spacing between adjacent slit is called as a plus b, that is grating element. So let us come towards practical part for today's experiment. So our some observation. Laser used for this experiment just now we discussed is a semiconductor laser. Why semiconductor? It is cheaper, and for this experiment we are able to get good diffraction pattern with the help of this cheap semiconducting laser. Then wavelength of laser beam is 650 given by manufacturer, 650 into 10 raised to minus 7 centimeter, that is 650 nanometer. L, that is distance between screen and grating. The symbol just now we studied in setup. In observation table we have to note down certain values, that is capital L, distance between screen and grating, we have to keep some constant value. So here I have given one example value of 14. Then you can go on increasing by taking values like 16, 18, then 20 or 22. So these are the very varying terms. These values you can vary, and then what you have to measure. Order everywhere as first order is clearly visible in our set. So I mentioned here the first order spot we are going to use here. Then X means the spacing between central maxima and first order maxima. So for this first reading, when distance between screen and grating is 14 centimeter, then X value for LHS and RHS we obtained is 5. So just we will observe this reading practically how it is taken. So light from laser falling on grating, and on screen we are observing 3 spots. So central maxima to this spot 2 centimeter is square, 4 and the half of that is 5 on left side. Same thing happens on opposite side, and we are able to observe that 5 centimeter LHS and 5 centimeter RHS reading for X value. Then what is L? Capital L stands for distance between screen and grating, and that has been measured with the help of this scale. And if you measure this distance is 14 centimeter. So this 14 and this 5 we have noted in observation table as a 14, 5 LHS, 5 RHS, and as here we have taken the first order, while the second order is visible here, it is very faint, so we are going to consider first order. So here the order taken is for 1 LHS 5, and mean X comes out to be 5. Then theta value is calculated by trigonometric method, that is x upon L into 180 by pi, and that is in degrees. 180 by pi used for degrees. So the calculation comes out to be, using the formula x upon L into 180 upon pi, that theta is equal to, as L value is 14, N is 1, X is 5 centimeter. So theta 5 upon 14, that is x upon L into 180 upon pi, and the value comes out to be 20.47 that I mentioned here. Then find out sin theta for this theta value using scientific calculator, not by mobile calculator, and this value comes out to be 0.349. Now we have to calculate capital N. Just now we discussed the formula, and to obtain this formula, condition for principal maxima in diffraction grating is used, and that is sin theta upon n lambda. N value, small n value is 1. So just how it is calculated, capital N sin theta upon n lambda, sin theta is 0.349 upon 1 into lambda, that is wavelength given here, already given by manufacturer, 650 into 10 raised to minus 7 centimeter, and the value comes out to be 5381 lines per centimeter. Means on this grating which we are observing here, on this grating 5381 lines are marked in 1 centimeter. Suppose the length of this grating is seems to be 2 inch or 5 centimeter. In 5 centimeter, near about 30,000 lines are being observed on this, but we cannot see the lines which are the vertical lines given here on the grating. These lines we cannot see on the grating because they are very small. If this value comes out to be 5381 lines per centimeter, what it indicates that D means spacing between adjacent line, that is 1 upon n value, comes out to be 1.85 into 10 raised to minus 4 centimeter, that is 0.185 micrometer, which is very small. We cannot see with our naked eyes. Hence, the result of this today's experiment, this grating has near about 5000 lines per centimeter. Remaining observations are kept empty. So practically, by varying the distance between screen and grating, you can note down the remaining observation and you can calculate mean value of n, and from that the more correct value of number of lines on the grating we can get. One example I have calculated here, and from that what idea we get, that using such optical experiment we can determine thickness or number on the grating, which is very large number in a centimeter, but without touching that line we can measure that grating element also. So what are the applications of this experiment? To determine number of lines on grating, to determine value of grating element, that is spacing between adjacent slits on grating. Technically in industries, thickness of very thin wire or thickness of hair-like structure we can measure with the help of this experiment without touching that hair or hair-like structure or thin wire. What it indicates that such experiments we can practically use to determine thickness of micrometer dimension objects which are visible, which are invisible or not visible to our naked eye. So these are some of the applications of our experiment. Very simple arrangement. Only grating, screen and semiconductor laser are the three basic parts of this experiment. We are getting some diffraction pattern on the screen. That diffraction pattern, central maxima first order, and then the grating acts as obstacle to the path of light, which produces diffraction pattern. And without touching the grating we can determine spacing between adjacent slits on the grating, which slits we cannot even see with our naked eyes. So here we will conclude our today's experiment. Before concluding, here how you can vary the spacing just by moving this grating from to and fro towards the screen, away from the screen. What you are observing, x value is changing, means angle theta changes when distance between screen and grating has been changed, and for certain distance it is constant. So practically you can take various readings and you can note down more correct value of n, or you can note down more correct value of d, that is grating element. Thank you. You will note down more correct readings in observation tables, and we will come to the conclusion that grating element or number of lines on the grating are near about 5000 lines per centimeter. Thank you.